Hey guys, it's me, Scratch How To, and today we will be doing Zombie Shooter Episode 2. You heard me right, Episode 2. Isn't that crazy? But this Zombie Shooter series has been really good, like really fun for me. But now let's start by making a new sprite called Enemies. But if you want, we can just call them zombies because, we're going to be making zombies. So I'm going to start with a big dark green circle because, the stereotypical zombie is, well, dark green. But anyways, now I'm going to add a little invisible square so that Scratch doesn't cut off the edges of my project. But yeah, and now I'm just going to drag it over. It's so hard to drag it. Okay, now I'm going to name this to Video Zombie. But this title is way too long, so how about I just change it instead to M Zombie? There we go. So now I'm going to save the project, and yeah, I'm going to try and add arms to my project, because, well, it just might kind of look good. No, I'm just going to duplicate that one. Yeah. That is looking pretty bad when you look at it from the stage. Let's go just a little bit to the left. Just the top one. Yeah, no, I had to remove those. Anyways, let's go to the code, and I'll start coding. So let's drag the movement custom block into the zombie sprite, because that's the way we're going to have the same movement. So when green flag clicked, forever, wait 1 second, create clone myself. Okay, that's the standard cloning machine. When I start as a clone, forever, point towards player, and then with movement. Now, since our movement relies on key X and key Y, let's delete the key Y, and then let's take out all those key Ys from the movement code, because we don't really use them anymore. That was only in the player. Okay, so now I'm starting to move that. Let's drag them into the trash can. Okay, so now let's play a movement of 5. Okay, now, how about let's drag the sprite there. Okay, let's see how the enemies are. So as you can see, they are really fast actually. Wow, okay. Let's change it to more like 3. Yeah, now they're more slower. Okay, so as you can see, they are following me around, and they could get stuck on the circle. They're getting stuck on the circle. Why? Well, because when it's pointing towards us, like, it gets caught us of tiny pixels on Scratch sometimes. But now what we're going to do is we're going to inspect our code, make sure that everything's working right. Make sure nothing bad is going on. Okay, so let's play again and let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah, see, the reason why is because they're like pointing that way and they can't really get on anything. And you see those change X and change Y? Well, those help us so that it can still slide on the cube, because we're not making it move directionally. We're making it move X and Y separately. So they can easily slide on the cube. So yeah, anyways, let's continue moving on with the movement code. Okay, so we're pretty much done with that. Now what we want to do now is edit how, like, we want. Maybe, I don't really know. Let me think. What should we do? I know. How about we do it so that we have an enemy startup, because we need a way for our enemies to position in different areas. So now let's add an if else and 2 if else's inside each if else. So let's make a new variable called I for this part only. We set I to 1 at the beginning. Well, actually, no, we set I to pick random 1 to 4. Okay, so this will basically, because I have 4 different directions in on the stage. So now we're going to do, we can just use the go to random position, but then it might spawn right next to the player, and we don't really want that, because that's going to be too hard. So now if I is less than 3. Now this means that the possible outcome can either be 1 or 2 in the if, and in the else it'll be 3 or 4. So if I is equal to 1, then all we want to do is we want to spawn it at the top. So let me check where that will be. Like, drag the zombie. Okay, so as you can see, now that will be 185 and around 115. Okay, so let's add the position enemies over there. Okay, so now let's make the space, because I have Scratch add-ons which you should totally install. And yeah, let's set our zombie position. Actually, no, I kind of want to change where I want them to appear there. Yeah, how about I drag it over here? Yeah, there we go. So now instead we'll do X of 20 and Y of 150. Okay, so let me duplicate that. Or actually, I'm probably going to remove that second, go to XY, because this Scratch automatically presets it. So I'll go set by 200 -35. Now you could do as many combinations out as you want, because remember, you don't have to exactly copy everything I do. I'm just trying to position the zombies. So now I'm doing the third place, And now it's time for the fourth. Okay, so now we're going to set it to around negative 200. Oh, let's just set it to negative 210. And then y of 35. Okay, so now I'm going to clean the box. Save now. Let me start. So now, as you can see, zombies are coming out from all four directions, and they're coming towards me. And as you can see now, they are starting to go against me. But I want it so that like we can move faster than the zombies because the zombies can easily get us because of how slow we're moving. Okay, so now as you can see, we're moving faster than the zombies. Let me put it in full screen so you guys can see better. So I'm moving way faster than the zombies. But like I said, the zombies are still like moving pretty slow. And this is what happens. But now we want to do it so that like we could shoot the enemies. So now what we want to do is let's make a new block called health and add an input of health. And make sure to hit that run without screen refresh. Okay, so now if we are touching the player, touching bullets, sorry. We could just delete this clone, right? But this is a zombie apocalypse. We don't just want that. We want it to be harder. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that our enemies have health. Also, we want to wait 3 seconds so that not too many enemies spawn. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to create a new variable called health for this sprite only. Okay, so now we set health to 3 or at 3 at the beginning of the position enemies. But remember how I had that M because of medium for my zombies? Well, now I'm going to use it because I want their health to be different depending on each zombie. So if letter 1 of costume is equal to L, which means large, now I want the health to be 5. Duplicate that and duplicate the letter. And if it's equal to M, then I want the health to be 3. Because the smaller you are, the less health you have. And then I want health to be 1 at last. Okay, so just drag that before everything. As you can see, I have the M zombie, but now I'm going to make a large zombie. So just L, a capital L, and then move the 2 there. Now Scratch automatically adds. And now I'm going to size up everything. Okay, let's see. So now Scratch add-ons installed. So I'm going to turn on the onion skinning. And, I need to kind of like add the onion skinning here. As you see, that is such a big difference. But we don't really want that. So instead, how about we just change the size of this, just scale it down a little bit. Okay, so that looks like a good size. Now let's change this to S zombie because I duplicated that previous costume. And now I just want to shrink it down a little bit. And you can kind of see a pattern between them. Okay, now back to the code. Now, here, as you can see, our zombies are already good. And now let's add the health custom block and our health. Variable. Okay, so now go back to the health custom block. And let's do change health by -1 instead of just deleting this clone. And then if health is less than 1, then what we want to do is, well, delete this clone because now our health is less than 1. Okay, so now we save now. And then I have a health bar tutorial that I made a while ago. So I'm going to import that there. It should be on the top right corner if you're using like a computer. It's there for you if you need it. And it's not really a pen, it's more like just costumes. But anyways, now just drag the create health bar custom block into here. Okay, and now in our health custom block, we can add the create health bar at the very end. We can put the health. And now, but we don't know how much the max health is. So we want to duplicate the if else, like, the letter 1 of costume name. And we want to drag that up here. And then we take out all the set health too. And instead we put in the create health bar. So we put the if else at the end of the script. And now let's add the create health bar into all 3 of the if else's. So if it's L, though, we want to set health to the maximum health to 5. And we want to offset Y to be maybe like 30, And set the size to 125. Okay, if it's medium, then we want it to be 3, the max health to be 3. And we want the offset Y to be 60 on the large. And we set the size to 100 on the medium one. And for the small, we do out of 1. We set the offset Y to 10, or 15, sorry. And then we set the size to 80. Okay, so as you can see, the medium-sized enemies are moving at a medium type of speed, and they have like 3 health. So now what we want to do is, you see here, I want to change the size of the health bars for these are large enemies. Okay, so I want to set the size for these large enemies. So now if I change the costume to medium, it starts producing medium zombies, as you can see, and the health bar is actually pretty accurate for them. And they're like pretty right side. Like the large one, I had to change it to 150. Okay, so as you can see, our zombies are starting to like get us. And you saw the onion skinning and how I was able to like do the costumes. Okay, but now we want to do it so that the the speed is like different for each enemy, you know. So let's duplicate the if letter one of costing name is equal to L, you know, that if else cause the if else sequence. And now I want the movement to be 1 if it's L, 3 for medium, and 5 for small. This way, I mean 6 for small. This way, the bigger you are, the slower you move. And look, the little enemies are so fast right now. I can barely even hit them. Like, for what is going on? Well, as you can see now, I'm kind of getting stuck. But yeah. Anyways, let's set the movement to 5 instead of 6. Okay, so now that you saw they're moving considerably slower, and I can shoot them with my bullets. Okay, I just shot 2. Wait, my bullets aren't disappearing. Let's go into the bullets. Right. Okay, so as you see, we don't have a wait 0 seconds. Oh yeah, because we also need to use that when they touch the zombies, they will like stop moving. So make sure to add an or touching zombies so that whenever it's touching zombies, it stops moving and it deletes the clone. Okay, so I'm trying to shoot these enemies, but they're just... And I clipped onto the edge. Let me restart. Okay, so now I'm waiting for a few zombies. Okay, look, a baby zombie right here. And now if I shoot it, the bullet still stays there for some reason. Let's go into the zombies. And now when I delete this clone, we want us that it waits 0.1 second. Or 0 seconds, actually. And make sure to do is that your health custom block runs without screen refresh. I mean, does not run without screen refresh. Untick the health bar without screen refresh so that it doesn't like glitch or lag out. Okay, as you can see, our bullet is still remaining there for some reason. But what we need to do is add a wait 0.1 second to the enemy. And let's just check our code, make sure if we did anything wrong. Okay, so now we want to do it so that we can collide with the player. So now if touching level or touching player, then in our movement code, then we want to move backwards. So that we get out of the player. And now we want to do the same thing for the player. So I add or if touching level or zombies, then what we want to do is we want to also move backwards. Okay, so let's just duplicate those into both the custom blocks. I mean the ifs. And now, as you can see here, let me just save the project. Okay, now y'all just our health changes because if we get off the zombies, then the collision detection for the health doesn't work. So if we're touching zombies, we want to change health by -1. And we duplicate that at the if touching level or touching zombies. Okay, put them in the change X and change Y. And now, as you can see, we can't really move on. Oh my god, our health just depleted so fast. Our health is equal to -100. Whenever I move backwards, the health gets out because our collision detection. So I think it's best instead if we move the health code into the zombies. So now what we want to do is instead when we drag the if touching zombies, or actually let's remove these if touching and let's go to the zombie sprite. If we're touching the player, the way we want to do is, well, change health by -1 because that was our original plan. So we put it in the if touch player or touching level, and now let's start again, and now let's wait for a zombie. And as you see, even when we don't move, our health gets depleted. But it goes out so fast. So let's change to -0.1 for both of them. Okay. Now if we save the project and we hide the variable reporter, wow, those baby zombies come really fast. And now as you can see, our health is still getting like really low, really fast. So let's change to -0.01 and make sure it's for both of them. Okay, so now let's see how it is now. Okay, so there's baby zombies coming. And our health gets depleted very, very lowly. I mean, very, very slowly. Sorry. And now, as you saw, I'm getting stuck on the edges for some reason. So what I'm going to do is in the player sprite, we're going to do it so that if we're also touching the edge, then we will also collide with it and move backwards. So I restart. Let me save the project. And let me also do is that the level, it goes to 0, 0 forever. Okay, let me just remove this comment. Okay, so let's save the project. And now, as you can see here, our health is getting depleted, but very, very slowly, actually. And now what we want to do is that now in the movement code, now if our health is less than 1, then we will stop all because, well, the game's ended, we've lost all our health. But you could put in your game lose code or whatever in here, but right now I'm just going to add stop all. As you see, when we touched that edge, it didn't exactly make us go inside, and our health is getting depleted really, really low. Let's kill these baby zombies. Okay. As you can see, we are easily be able to kill these baby zombies, you know. And I'm trying, and oh no, I'm stuck, I can't get out. No, and I died. Okay. But now let me try again. Okay, there's baby zombie over there. Like, go to it. I don't know why I'm doing that, but oh well. Okay, I'm killing that easily. Just tell me you do not want to score here. Like, tell me, like, don't you just want, like, I wish we had a score rate, but don't worry, we'll do that in maybe the next episode, or maybe the next two episodes. Okay, so now, what we want to do is so that there is different types of enemies that get spawned, you know. So if we switch class to pick random 1 to 3 in the enemies, if it doesn't find a numbered costume, like that's one that's either 1, 2, or 3, then it's just going to send it to the number order. So it's either going to send to a big one, a small one, or a large one. Okay, as you saw, now there are the medium one takes a decent amount of health. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to do it so that their speed changes because we don't want all of them to be moving the same speed, right? So now what we want to do here, well, no, we want their health to like be different, you know. So because we want the bigger ones to take away more health and the main one to take out a medium-sized health and the small ones to take a very small amount of health. Okay, so now make sure to do that for both of them. Like I said, as you can see, our movement script is getting pretty long, but that's why the custom blocks are supposed to be long, so that you just have a simple block that you can just add into the forever loop, as you can see here in the forever script. Okay, now click the green flag. Now, as you can see, there's a baby zombie. Like do full screen. Okay, I'm easily shooting the zombies. Okay, this one's a medium-sized zombie. And try to shoot. Okay, here's a medium-sized zombie. Oh yeah, I forgot they need multiple hits. Well, you can see that the medium zombie's taking 2 hits, right? Like they're supposed to take in 1 hit. And they're taking 2 hits, and like, look, you can see the large one's taking 2 hits. Maybe that's because the bullet is like waiting 0 seconds. So how about we don't add that? Okay, so let's see what happens if there's no 0 seconds. Oh no, now the enemies don't even know that the bullet was being shot, and now it's not even reacting to bullets at all. So maybe the fault is because of the enemies. Let me just try again. Oh no, I'm stuck. Let me try and shoot the enemy. It's not working. Oh no, we have to go into the. Let's add back the wait 0 seconds. Okay, now let's go back to our enemies. And oh yeah, and I died again. Still not working. Okay, let me try again. Okay, so now that we're in the zombie sprite, what we want to do now is let's scroll all the way to our health code. And let's add wait 0 seconds before the if health is less than 1. Okay, so that every time we take a damage, we wait a while for the bullet to disappear. Because maybe we're like double checking, you know. Okay, so now as you saw, we were taking the right amount of health. Make sure that your health custom block is not on screen run without screen refresh. So make sure it's run with screen refresh. So basically just don't take the box. Okay, so now let's try to shoot this enemy. Okay, this one needs a lot of hits. And I'm starting to be easily able, like, I'm starting to easily control the gun and, like, easily take out the enemies, you know, because look, now everything's working fine. Like, this zombie shooter series has already come a long way, and it's only episode 2. Like, imagine what we're going to do by episode 3. Well, what we're going to do on episode 3 is, well, I'm not going to tell you guys right. But soon we're going to be adding stuff like inventory, health packs, a score. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and share as helps the channel. Hit that notifications bell. Have a wonderful day. Please subscribe because it would really help me. And this zombie shooter game is just so fun right now. Like, what happens to do, but still pretty fun. Okay, so now I'm just gonna play and okay, the zombie. Okay, oh, this one's stuck. Let me just easily kill it. And another big one's coming towards you. Kill this one. Okay, I like the one behind me before my health runs out. Hurry up. So maybe we'll add new guns, you know, like maybe it's gonna have like rapid fire or more ammunition. But right now we're just like doing this and I got. Okay, anyways, bye.